This presentation is created to give you a fast track. A fast track that has a target, a fast track that will help you to generate more income for your family and also give you something that you and your entire team can do with just a few small things. I'm going to go over that with you now. We call this the UFC 7-week success plan. Will you see success before 7 weeks? Absolutely. But the concept is to give you an actual target. You don't want to miss this. And it doesn't matter where you live in the world. You can live in Philippines, United States. You can live in Spain. It doesn't matter. Nigeria, New Zealand. It doesn't matter where you live. The principles work the same, independent of where you live, independent of your gender, independent of your how many years of experience you've had. If you can follow steps, you can be successful. So, I want to mention a couple things before we begin this. I want you to understand that if you get into business based on lies, it will not work. You might see success for a day. You might see no success at all. But if you can build it on truth, on something that has substance, you will not only see success, you have an opportunity to help anyone that you invite in your team to have the same type of success. So follow with me, if you will, as we look at what we call the UFC 7-week success plan. It's a simple plan that anyone can follow. It's not based on a lot of having 20 years of experience. It's not based on having the highest IQ, someone who's the smartest person in the bunch. It's based on being coachable, being able to follow steps and not deviate from it. So what exactly is this whole idea of UCF? Well, UFC. Well, it's a 30 to 45 day success plan that at the end of the 45 days, you've generated a minimum of $15,900. And don't worry, I'm not just saying it. I'm going to show you how you can do it. But not just do it. You're going to do it with just a format of 3 different things. The first thing you're going to have and use is a $25 startup. That's what it costs. If someone lies to you and tells you to get in business, you just pay money and that's all you have to do. That's not a business. That's a lottery. And unfortunately, the odds are not in your favor with a lottery. So the first thing you'll need is a startup. To start your business rolling, you'll require $25 out of your pocket. The second thing you'll need is you'll need to use and adapt the Ultimate Cycler UFC plan. What is it? You're going to find out in just a moment. So 2 things you need. The first one, $25. The second one, the UFC success plan. And the third thing you're going to need is the ability to commit to a basic and simple set of universal principles. If you could do that, guess what? You can do this. Some of you have never seen $15,900 in the matter of 1 year. What I'm here to tell you is that you'll be able to do it. Some of you will do this in less than 30 days. Some of you will take all of 45 days. Some of you, it may take 60 days. The important thing is, if you apply the principles and you dedicate yourself to it the way you do other things such as your hobbies, the way you dedicate yourself to certain sports and the opposite sex, if you can give it just a portion of that energy, you will achieve this. Let's look further. So what is this model? Let's break it down. We're going to break it down and tell you that it's made up of 3 different elements. The first one is unity. Uniting yourself and your team member around the same cause, the same set of principles, the same target. So the $15,900 is not just for leaders. It's not just for those at the top. It is for anyone. And in order to achieve it, it's important to have unity. That's going to be the first of this commitment. Make sure that you unite around this cause together. The second, it's a success formula. You see, unlike an essay, a formula works as long as you don't deviate from it. If you know anything about mathematics, you'll know that as long as you don't skip any steps of the formula, you will get the result. If there's a formula, something called the quadratic formula, or other formulas like the formula for converting Fahrenheit to Celsius or Celsius to Kelvin, Those are formulas. If you don't deviate from it, you'll get the proper result. This is the same. We have a success formula that anyone can follow, even if you're not good at math. The important thing is that you can follow it. So we have unity and we have a success formula. What else? Consistency. It's amazing to me how many human beings can be consistent for things that don't pay them. You can be consistent with a scam, consistent with chasing after the person that doesn't belong to you, consistent with stealing, consistent with smoking. But when it comes to your business, you won't commit. You won't be consistent. Well, guess what? If you want to be successful in this one, which is going to could give you a multiple six-figure income every year, it's going to require consistency. So now we're going to walk through what each one of these elements mean, and I'm going to show you how the money's made. If you want to know how the money's made, I invite you right now, grab something to write with. If you need to push pause and play as often as you need to, and even rewind, you do that. But you don't want to miss this. You want to apply those principles. Let's go further. So, first one's unity. You want to unite first in your commitment. Together, everyone should commit to getting through these 7 weeks. Everyone, no matter how much money you make, even if you make $25,000 or $30,000, you want to commit to the model. The reason you want to commit to the model is most people who achieve great success and go back to poverty, they do it because they don't commit. They work hard until the money comes and then they drift away. You can't have that happen. You want to encourage your team members. You want to encourage your leaders. You want to encourage everyone to stick it out. You all will make more money than you ever have in your life. And the truth is, the investment you'll put up out of your pocket is just $25. The rest you'll generate. All the other money you'll use for your business will come from your business, not from your family. Commit. Commit to the investment. Commit to the amount of time it takes. Commit to the formula. You want to commit in unity. What else do you do in unity? You want to develop. Many of you today, right now, you're hearing what to do for the first time. Before you were lied to, you were told you don't have to do anything except sign up. Well, that's not development. In fact, that's the lack of understanding that results from not being developed. You can be developed now. You can learn this formula. You can learn how to do this. And the idea is, the more your people and your team know what to do, the more money you're going to make and the more money they're going to make. So what can you do with all that? Well, the first thing you're going to do is make sure you're developed. Before you can develop your people you sponsor, you develop. Learn the UFC model so you can be one of the first in your area to produce more than $15,000 to $20,000 in a short time period. Develop. Develop yourself. Then, once you know it, share this PowerPoint. Share this video. You train your team. Have meetings around how to do it. And then, as your people are developed, you're ready for the third part of the unity. You execute in unity. Instead of getting people to sign up before you know what to do, teach your people and teach yourself to know how this works so that it can be repeated. You can replicate. You execute in unity. The moment someone knows exactly how the UFC model works, there should be nothing holding them back. We have a whole slew of new products coming to make this easier for you. We have all kinds of things to make it user-friendly so that all of you can see success. So unity, that's the first element. You can do it. If you need to pause, go back and ponder, take notes on those 3 items under unity, then do it. But there's more to it. You didn't just say unity. You said something else. You said there's a formula. What's the formula? The formula is, from the moment you start with this UFC model, I don't care whatever levels you're in, you want to make sure that you start with a $25 level. You get 2 people. That's called U plus 2. And then, once you do that, within that 7 days, you also get the 2 people you sponsored, help them to get their 2. It's called U plus 2, them plus 2 in just 7 days or less. Now, some of you guys are going to do this in 1 day. Some may take all 7 days. It doesn't matter. Who cares? If at the end of the year you're making way more than you ever have in your entire life, if it takes you a little longer, so be it. But I don't think it has to. I believe if you can commit the way you do your favorite television shows, your favorite dance, the way you commit to the girl or the guy you love, if you can commit to your business so it can feed your families, the sky's the limit. You plus two, them plus two in 7 days. I call this the FLOM principle. A woman over 10 years ago who was my upline in a business created this model for many companies and implemented it so well. I wanted to make sure that we, after talking to Peter, we could create a formula that could work in the 2x2 peer-to-peer system. And guess what? It's here. You plus two, them plus two in 7 days or less. And we're going to show you step by step how it works. So you can do this. The models of UCF or Unity first. Then the formula, which is this, it's that easy. You plus two, them plus two in less than 7 days. Right? What's the third part of the formula? I'm glad you've asked. Consistency. Consistency. We talked about consistency as when you're united, but as an individual, you're going to need to be consistent. As an individual, you'll need to be sure that no matter how good or bad things get, you don't deviate from the formula. It may be that you already have two, but you didn't help the others get two, and you're satisfied. That would be deviating from the formula. It may be that you want to get five and then go get them to get two, that you're deviating from the formula. Don't oversimplify it. Maybe you could sponsor 100 people, but the way I'm showing you, it's going to take less work from you and everyone else. You see, you plus two, them plus two is duplicatable. You plus 100 and those plus 100 is not duplicatable. Everyone can't get 100 people, but anyone can sponsor two. Don't deviate. Be consistent. Stay with it. Don't worry. You're going to see when I show you how the formula works, how you can just do this over and over again, and you can make 15,900 over and over and over and over again as many times as you wish. Now, this formula is not including the passive money that's going to occur. There are going to be people that will join you outside this model. So what? That's going to be extra money. That has nothing to do with this formula. So be consistent and don't deviate. The second thing under consistency, under your individual consistency, is keep the consistent message of truth. If you've lied before to get people to join you, then stop doing that. If your business isn't valuable enough that you can't tell the truth and get people to sign up, then you shouldn't be in business. Be truthful. The message is not that you don't have to do anything. The message is that we have a simple formula that anyone can follow so you can be successful. Now, when you do that, you don't have to apologize later. You don't have people coming to threaten your life because you owe them money. You can do this right. Keep a consistent message. Stick with the formula that we're providing you to simplify it, so that you can do more with less. You can make more money with less effort using this model. It gets better. You want to keep a consistent commitment. We know we talked about commitment earlier, but as an individual, you'll need to be committed. You know, it's really hard to be committed if you're not used to it. If you're not used to being in business, when you've made a lot of money, if you already have 45 or 50,000 US dollars in your bank account by using the model, it'd be very easy to let your commitment die down a little bit, to diminish. I'm here to tell you, until you reach your goal of financial stability, until you reach it where you have a better quality of life, where you've paid for your child's college, you paid off that home, reach your goal. Keep it consistent until you reach the goal. Do not be satisfied with a 1 month income. There's still 11 months to go if you only did 1 month. Go for it. Keep it consistent, your commitment. Don't deviate, and ensure the message of truth. That's it. That's a UFC model. Unity, the formula, and consistency. You can do it. Now, what's it look like? Show me the money, Dwayne. How do we do this? Well, I'm glad you've asked. Why the UFC 7-week success plan? Well, because with a profit with $25 over 15,900 US dollars. 15,900 US dollars. Just with a $25 investment. You're going to profit over 15,000. Now you're going to make more than that. You will make about 20,000, and some of it you're going to use to upgrade so you can get to the total amount. But I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Let's just say it looks like this. We said it's you, right? Plus 2. That's your goal. Within the first 7 days, I recommend doing this the first day. Get 2 people. Teach them you have a business, and that if they are willing to commit to the 7-week success plan, they too can have it. But they got to start today. Have them start now. 25. Now listen, if you're used to cheating yourself by having people join you for free and pay you later, that's not a good business model. That won't work. It will create holes in your model. It'll create holes in your system. And while everyone else is making $15,000 to $20,000, you'll be making $7,000 or $8,000 because you're giving it up free. If you're one of these people who can't say no, develop a stronger character. You will be cheating the people that join with you if you don't have them pay what it costs to get in. It's important because what they're going to do, people don't do what you say, they do what you do. And if you're letting half of the people in for free, they're going to do it. And so your income will never be 15,900 or more in 7 weeks. It's going to always be a fraction of that. So it's you plus 2. Now, it's not just you plus 2. It's them plus 2. Now, if you can get 2 and then those 2 get 2, you already have generated an income. I'm going to show you the dollar amounts in just a moment. So it's you plus 2, them plus 2. What does that look like in the long run? You plus them plus their 2. Hot diggity. It creates a cycle. It creates enough money for you to re-enter the matrix. It creates enough money for you to take some out. And it creates enough money for you to upgrade and still have a lot of money left. Let's look at the money. We saw this. Just want you to see it one more time. So, in that first week, it's you plus 2, right? Them plus 2, you made $75. But when the them plus 2, when you have each person in your matrix do that, when each one of them does you plus 2, them plus 2, it creates another cycle for you. All of them will passively enter into your new matrix. Because watch how this works. When you cycle the first time, you make $75. You actually make $100, but 25 of it reopens your matrix again so you can start it over. And then when you start it over, each one of those guys replicate because they do you plus 2, them plus 2. You know what that causes? It causes you to cycle again. Now, that gives you a $150 profit. Isn't that beautiful? But here's what we recommend that you do. We recommend that you be smart about it. And what that is, you take $50, right? And you use that to upgrade to the next level. When you upgrade to the next level, here's what happens. You profit $100 and you're now in a $50 matrix that'll make you more. You're only taking $25 out of your pocket to start all the other money you're generating. Let's look further. What happens in week 2? Now, some of you guys are going to do this. You're going to do week 1 and 2 in the first week. You might do week 1 through 4 in the first week. But I'm giving you the slowest possible model. I recommend that you do this. So in week 2, you plus 2 creates a cycle for you, and then they replicate, and they create a cycle and follow you into your new matrix. And what's crazy about it is, you have $300 profit. We recommend you take $100 and upgrade to the next level, because now you're going to be able to earn more. This is where the $15,900 is going to come from. Each time you generate money, you reinvest back into your business. You don't use it to buy cigarettes. You don't use it to buy music. You don't use it to buy a new bike. You're smart. You invest into the thing that's going to pay you more than anything else. Your business is going to pay you more than any boss you've ever had. They're going to pay you better than any job, so it requires an investment. So if you've made $300, put $100 back in so you can earn more the next week. Let me show you what I mean. You've earned $300 this week, but look how much you can make next week just by investing $100. You will earn the next week $300 Then when they replicate and follow, you're going to earn another $300. That means $600 profit. You would have earned $600 just by investing $100. And what's cool about it is you're not done. There are more levels in this business. There are so many levels that you're going to be able to turn this into thousands of dollars in just a few moments. So now, here's what we recommend. You've earned $600. We recommend you upgrade to the $200 level. Keep $400 for your family. Use it. You want to invest back in your business because next week you're going to earn a lot more money. Let's see what a lot more money looks like. Week 4, you plus 2, them plus 2, you've earned $600. Then, because you already have money that opened up the new matrix, they replicate and do the same thing. They cost you another $600. That gives you a $1,200 profit. Now you use $400 to upgrade to the next level, and guess what? $800 in the 4th week for your family. You've already made $400 the week before, $200 the week before that, $100 the week before that, and $50 the week before that, or $75 the week before that. What does that mean? It means that you've already been generating enough money, more than you already make. You see, you can look at Bangladesh, where they make a little less than $1,000 a year. Even Nigeria, where the upper middle class is doing between $500 and $600 a month. You've already surpassed that in 1 month with more than $1,000, and it's going to get crazier. Let's take a look. Because in the first 4 weeks, you've already made $2,250. That's in the first 4 weeks. But let's go further. What if you do use $400 to upgrade to the next level? Week 5, that means you plus 2, them plus 2. You're not signing people up. These are the same people that joined you, the same 2 people that joined you at $25. They're upgrading when you upgrade. And when they do it, the money rolls uphill to you and them. Crazy, right? Well, check it out. When you do this, in week 5, you profit $2,400. If you want to continue to grow this money, you will take $800 of that money and upgrade to the next level, which leaves you $1,600 in week 5. You haven't even spent all the money from week 4. You still from that $800. But it gets crazier. Let's look and see how crazy this thing gets. It's going to go bonkers now, because in week 6, you're going to be making $4,800 because of the you plus 2, them plus 2 system. Because of your you plus 2 and them plus 2 and the replication, you profit $4,800. You use $1,600 to go to the highest level possible, and you're still left with $3,000. But you still invested so you make more the following week. Guess what? You've only taken $25 from your household to start this business. All the other money that you're upgrading with and everything else, you're generating. But we're not done. Let's go a step further. Let's see what happens when you get to the optimum level with Ultimate Cycler. The optimum level is this. You now can take week 7 and know that you have a viable business that supersedes anything you've ever done in your life. If there's a scam out there, tell them to shut up. You don't need them. If someone's lying to you and telling you that all you have to do is pay money and you don't have to do anything else, they're lying. They're trying to get rich off of you. But I'm trying to teach you that you and your team can all build wealth together using this model. Now take a walk with me. See what just happened? You just did you plus 2, them plus 2, and there's no other levels to upgrade to. You make $9,600 in week 7. Wow. Crazy. $9,600 profit. You haven't even spent the $3,200 from the week before. But what's crazy about it is you have money in the bank. You have money for business. And now, what do you do after week 7? Can you top it all off? Yes, but before you top it all off, let's look at the total amount of money you really made. Not including. We're not even going to look at the money that you made when people joined outside of this plan. That's gravy. That's extra money. We're just talking about the plan itself. Take a look. You generate $15,900 after all the upgrades in your pocket, in your household. And you know what's crazy? Only thing to do now is repeat. You go back and you repeat. You repeat. You start at the $25 levels again. You go sponsor 2 new people. All this other money is going to keep cycling and keep generating money for you. But what I recommend you do is go start it over. Right? You go back. You already have the $25 level matrix. You can open it again and get your people to do it. Or I recommend sponsoring 2 new people, teaching as many people as you can to do this. And then that $15,900 is eventually going to be $45,000, right? $45,500. It's going to grow so much because you're going to have so many of these plans working at the same time throughout the year. So I recommend right now, if you're a leader, get to your team, go through this, download the PowerPoint slideshow. Also, play the video as often as you need to. Whatever it takes, if you need to do this plan yourself in your live meeting, do it. Go forward on the behalf of your company. Do it in truth. Do it with a model. Do it with a formula that works. The way God created our world is in a way that certainly is done with balance. It's done based on truth, and it's based on simple things that people can follow. It is the difficult things that are usually lies, but the simple things that you can hold on to and build for your family. This is Dwayne Golden. On behalf of Peter Wolfing and Ultimate Cycler, I wish you all the best in your success plan. Take care.